As part of campaigns to stamp out corruption in Nigeria, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Offences Commission is enlisting the help of women in the advocacy against the menace. The Edo Delta Zonal Director of the Commission explained at a forum in Benin City, the Edo State capital, that women play a pivotal role in the society. The Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, ICPC, is one of the commissions saddled with the responsibility of ridding Nigeria of corruption. And here at the Magueo College Hall in Benin City, the Edo State capital, the commission has assembled women leaders from different groups in the state to form a body that will lead the war against corruption. But first, the would-be members of the Women Alliance Against Corruption were reminded of the dangers of staying silent.
Evil persists when good men fail to do nothing about it. And failure to stand for what is morally right is the prelude of being a victim of what is criminally wrong. The reason why we have had so much evil in the society is because all of us have chosen to be quiet.
The law of rhetoric. Let us go home and put action into play. Let us help our husbands. Let us help our children, especially for those in governance. If your husband is living beyond his means, and you also, you need to check it out.
Next, the Edo Delta Zonal Director of the ICPC demonstrated that the fight against corruption is yielding positive results already.
For instance, the most recent recovery of 105 vehicles for some officials of the division of Shoki and about 40 vehicles from retired directors of one of our federal ministries and the latest efforts made by ICPC in recovery of properties.
Then came the inauguration of the interim executive of the Women Alliance Against Corruption, Edo State chapter. Some members of the group state their strategy for the fight against corruption.
We'll go into the churches, we'll go into the religious homes, we'll also go into the mosque. We'll go anywhere to just go preach the difference, in trying to be free from corruption.
There are adages that promote corruption. Like you hear people say, oh, it will get to your turn. When it gets to your turn, you can make use of your space. We want to start to correct such things and talk to our children at home, talk to everyone around you.
For these women who have a clear understanding of the evils corrupt acts expose the nation to, the fight against corruption is a worthy one they are willing to be part of. And they go from here to begin that task. Members of the Joint Health Workers Union have also joined the anti-corruption crusade and staged a protest rally in Abuja, calling on the federal government to probe corruption in the health sector. The president of the health workers believes corruption in the sector has made it impossible for some states to pay the salaries of their members.
We are here to give support to the present administration's fight against corruption. Fight against corruption. Reason because corruption has actually decimated the workforce and the Nigerians in general. Today, most states are unable to pay salaries. Most establishments in the health industry are not able to pay our members. And of course, you can see that the hardship is there. The reason is corruption. And we are here to say no to corruption, especially in the Federal Ministry of Health, where corruption has become the order of the day. Someone, when the highly placed ones, will commit offenses. Even when they are charged to court, the ministry will still cover them. The ministry will say, will pretend to be unaware of what happens. Now, the public service rule states clearly that as a public officer, as a civil servant, the moment you are facing criminal charges in any court, 0306411 makes it clear that no court action, even when it is contemplated, should stop the ministry from carrying out disciplinary action on a person that has been found, worthy of being charged for criminal matters. that once a prima facie case has been established, the person should be suspended so that the person cannot interfere with investigation, neither the course of justice.
There are new statistics coming from the Federal Road Safety Commission on road accidents in the country. According to the Corps Marshal, Mr. Aboboye Oyeyemi, over 7,000 road crashes occurred this year caused by reckless driving, overspeeding and wrong overtaking on the nation's roads. About 4,600 lives are reported to have been lost from January to December. The Corps Marshal reeled out these numbers in Lokoja, the Kogi state capital, at the flag-off of the Ember Month road safety campaign.
It's the FRSC's zonal Ember Month campaign with the choice of Lokoja in Kogi state for the flag-off of the exercise. This is because of its location in north-central Nigeria. The Road Safety Commission begins by reading out the accident statistics as a background to the warning against reckless driving and overspeeding.
All those critical areas, appropriate personnel will be deployed, and we've gotten the full support of the Nigerian police and the military. I think we ensure that 24-hour service is provided. Peradventure there is a crash, let Nigerians call the emergency number 122. We cannot say crashes can be zero, but peradventure, but we want to save lives. Even if there's a crash, no lives to be lost. That is the ultimate.
The road safety makes it clear that speed kills and warns drivers in the northeast, west and central parts of the country to be more cautious in driving. Governor Yahya Bello agrees with the FRSC boss.
We have to be patient when we are on the road. We know we want to quickly go home and join our loved ones to celebrate this festive period. But we have to get there safe for us to celebrate. If we overspeed, we may not get there if accidents happen. If we overspeed and there is a gridlock, we will spend your Christmas on the road. So it is better to get to our destination safely and timely for us to celebrate this Ember Month.
At the venue of this flag-off are officials of the Transport Union, vehicle inspection officers, and of course the officials of the Federal Road Safety Commission. And they all agree that the issue of safety on the roads must be taken more seriously by motorists.
The Nigerian Bar Association is concerned by the level of human rights violations in the country. At a press conference in Lagos today to mark the International Human Rights Day, which is celebrated every December 10th, the president of the NBA, Mr. Abubakar Mahmood, asked the federal government to wake up to its responsibility of defending the rights of the citizens.
We strongly believe that it's time we reaffirm our common humanity. The time to do so is now. It begins with each and every one of us stepping forward to defend the rights of the defenseless persons, persons with disability, women, children, minority group, internally displaced persons, and anyone else at risk of discrimination or violence. The lives of Nigerians are wasted on account of ethnic, communal, and religious conflicts. And the government seems helpless or incapable to deal with the situation to the satisfaction of all Nigerians. This development is unacceptable. The Nigerian Constitution provides that security, protection of lives and property is the primary duty of government. The NBA therefore calls on the federal government of Nigeria to fulfill this fundamental constitutional responsibility by guaranteeing adequate security to secure the lives and property of all Nigerians.
Meanwhile, the acting country director of Amnesty International, Mr. Mahmoud Kamara, is appealing to the Anambra and Lagos state governments to urgently address issues of human rights abuse on one Sunday Obasi and residents of Otodogbami community in Lagos. Mr. Kamara at a meet alleged negligence on the matter by the respective state governments. On her part, a campaigner with the organization, Mrs. Esther Ikubaje, called for speedy dispensation of justice on all human rights issues in the country.
there yet in Nigeria. It's a process that is ongoing. It's something that is achievable. Protecting and promoting human rights is achievable in Nigeria, and that's the dream that Amnesty Nigeria has for the country. Because over the years we've been operating internationally, but in line with localizing global ideas, we have moved closer to the ground. We are here on the ground in Nigeria, protecting and promoting human rights.
We have a number of cases, but specifically we have two important cases that we want the Nigerian public to be aware of, and the Nigerian public to join us to reach out to the governor of Anambra State, Governor Obiano, on the case of Sunday Chuks Obasi. Sunday Chuks Obasi is a 30-year-old man who was shot and arrested and abducted actually by people who are believed to be agents of the Nigerian security forces, and he was taken at his home, and on the fact that he is a member of the indigenous people of Biafra. Tens of thousands of people at risk of being forcibly evicted from their homes. Many of these people have been living in these homes, in these informal settlements and waterfront communities. Some were born there, and now the governor of Lagos State has decided that they're going to demolish all of these communities, and we think that the governor of Lagos State has a responsibility to ensure that the right to housing is protected for these people.
When the News at 10 returns, the federal government reveals plans to modify its accounting system from cash to accruals to limit corrupt practices. That's on Business News. Join us again.